Given the challenges the CBSE was dealing with, are you satisfied with the formula that's been worked out?
There are some arguments who are telling that they shouldn't consider the class 10th marks. Some are telling they should consider class 10th marks. Some are telling the ratio could have been different. It could have been 60-20-20. It could have been 50-25-25. I don't think there can be any definitive formula for it.
Many students, they work very hard in class 12 in order to get enrolled in good colleges. But this time, our percentage is totally based upon our 10th and 11th marks. It is like, I don't support this.
Once we are taking the 30% component of the theory of class 11th in that particular subject, say in case I have opted physics in class 11th and class 12th also, so 30% of the theory will be taken to the 30% theory of physics in class 12. Now, thereafter, the result committee of the school has been given the power to moderate the marks, for which we have decided a number of 5 per subject. So 25 marks are over there for 5 marks for each subject, that this much of marks can be moderated by the school, and if any student has not performed well, in any case in class 11th, then this moderation policy will take them to the position where they would be put to the beneficial place.
While selecting students, give some weightage to a personal interview. Give a third of the weightage. Look for attributes which you've never been able to measure. You could never
while
measure.
That's easy for a private university such as yours, take Delhi University. No, but take Delhi University. The moment you say the 30% is based on an interview, then if I am the son or the brother of a big politician, I can get calls across to the Chancellor, the Vice Chancellor, students, teachers, faculty, and I can ensure that I get 30% good marks. So that's not the right way.
Imagine a child who may have done well in English, science and maths, but this child in grade 10, but this child wants to take up commerce in 11th or has taken up commerce in 11th. Now, this science subject is not going to help him in any ways in doing the commerce subject. So we are taking the aggregate of those subjects which may not be directly related to the subjects that the children may have taken in grade 11 and 12. So it's important that we may reconsider grade 10.
I'm happy about the formula, and because I definitely feel, the gradual performance of the child, it's going to be the child who is consistent in their work will be getting scoring good. But then definitely I agree to the point that maybe class 10 marks, the percentage weightage can be reduced.
To suggest that a third wave is upon us in 2 weeks, are you being alarmist, or is this a wake-up call?
Mathematical models predict somewhere between 100 to 120 days as a time gap between the 2 waves. But the models are models. We need to look at real life scenarios, and if you look at real life scenarios, some of the countries like US have had more than 12 weeks, up to 14-15 weeks gap between the 2 waves. But countries like UK, for example, now has had gaps which are less than 8 weeks. So that is how the discussion went through, that we need to be prepared for any gap which may be even shortened, because we have a Delta variant which was just like a UK variant, very, very infectious one. We may have something which may spread a little rapidly than what we would understand. At no point did we say that it will be in 2 weeks or 4 weeks. It's very difficult to guess. I mean, we have to go by some mathematical models and then look around the world and see what the other waves have been like.
It isn't easy to tell people to stay indoors and to tell people to stay locked up when the restrictions have been eased. But I think if we learn from the basic principles that indoors is always worse than outdoors, so indoor crowding is definitely worse than outdoor crowding. If we can take care of that to a certain extent, if we can improve ventilation systems in indoor areas, especially when there are centrally air-conditioned spaces, I think that's a lesson to be learned from the past waves. When it comes to outdoor spaces, if we could somehow regulate the quantum of people, so even if there is crowding, it doesn't have to be all at the same time. So I think opening up markets throughout the day might be a better idea, so that the crowds spread over the entire day rather than have focal times at which everybody accumulates outdoors. But that being said, we do know that the outdoor risk of transmission tends to be slightly lower as long as you are well masked up. So I think it's important to prepare for the next wave, because we possibly got complacent after the first wave, and we can't afford to be complacent this time around.
Samajwadi Party leader Ummed
Pahalwan. He's allegedly on the run. He's the one who allegedly introduced the communal tone of a Muslim being forced to chant Jai Shri Ram. And the police, Juhi Singh, you've heard them, they say it's an altercation over an amulet, over a tabiz.
He should be arrested, and anybody who tries to disturb the communal harmony of UP should be arrested. It's the government's responsibility. Have you seen the Samajwadi Party defending this particular person or defending this particular action? But I just take objection to one part. Like Shama Muhammad is here. She's been a contemporary. She has retweeted a video. Now, anybody who retweets a video probably, you know, believes such a video which has been put there to be true, and your emotional issues do, I mean, you write about it.
Okay.
So why register a case against her? That's my only objection.
There is an FIR against me for this particular tweet, which I read from various news publications, news portals, and so on TV. Why pick on some people and why be selective on the FIR? If there are so many news portals, news publications, then file the FIR. Each and every one who has written on this about the Jai Shri Ram, about whatever one saw and wrote from the other one. So why pick and choose is my question to whatever has happened right now. And like Juhi ji said, it is a video which has been retweeted. Many of them, in fact, I don't even have the video. I have just a tweet, you know, mine is just a tweet.
I mean, this is just a very defensive approach, I can say. Because, you know, she might have thought, okay, fine, chalo, Behti Ganga mein main bhi haath dho leti hu. And she took it for granted that if something is happening in Uttar Pradesh, then definitely let us all get together, like feathers flock together. Just now, even she said that Juhi Singh ji has come in her support. Yes, indeed. Whether we talk about Samajwadi Party or Congress or any other so-called secular parties who want Muslims as the vote bank, they said, no, this must have happened. But the reality was something else. And thanks to the police force of our Uttar Pradesh, reality came out. And the reality is, they wanted to disturb the communal harmony of our state.